It's Shakespeare time. There's no need to be afraid. Hello, my friends. Romeo and Juliet, third part, and, well, if we're lucky, we might just get Romeo and Juliet in the same room today, if we really crack on. So remember, what's happened so far? Oh, okay, usual housekeeping stuff. Script is down there. That's your scrolling family trees to remind you who the characters are. The families, the Capulets and the Montagues are colour-coded, and then that's the character that is speaking, and their badges are colour-coded to match the family tree. So, as you can see, Romeo's a Montague, he's not a Capulet, but when it comes round, the Montagues will appear, you can see where he fits in, and you can also see that rather cute salmon-y colour that I use for the background. I'm an artist. So, Romeo has heard of Capulet's party, and Benvolio has told him to go to the party to see, frankly, to look at the women, and to see that Rosaline, the woman that he lusts after, is not the only fish in the sea. Likewise, Juliet is going to go to the party because Paris has asked if he can marry her, and so she's going to go and check Paris out. Gosh, I wonder what will happen. Right, first bit now, Romeo, Benvolio, and his best mate, Romeo's best mate, Mercutio, are on their way to the party with a gang of their mates. Now then, I know you're going to ask, hang on there, pal, how can they go to the Capulet's party? They're Montagues. That invitation said, if you're not from the family of Montague, come to the party. Well, some parties in those days were masked balls. And that's luckily what's going to happen here. They're all wearing masks. So because of that, you can't see properly who they are. Although, let's be honest, you sort of can work it out. You know Batman? You know how he's got a mask up there? If I knew Bruce Wayne, I think I'd be able to tell it was him, personally. It's a bit like that, you know? So we'll see how it goes. Certainly it's a dangerous gamble going into their house. But let's see how it passes on. Anyway, so Romeo, Benvolio, and Mercutio are having a little stroll. And this is a longish scene, which essentially is there partly Shakespeare flexing his writing muscles, showing off his style, his skills. There's lots of quite involved metaphors in this. It's a sort of bit that you need to look at a few times probably to dig into it. Mercutio is introduced as well, and he's a very important character, and this is a key introduction to his personality. He is very hot-headed. He's very up and down. And, you know, this is a theme, isn't it, really, throughout this play. We've seen Romeo using bad oxymorons. We'll see him using good ones soon. I remember oxymorons when you put two opposite words together to have an effect, like bittersweet. The idea of love and hate being together. We've already seen a brief mention of how poison and medicine come together. That will become important too. And Mercutio's personality sort of reflects that in a way, because he's upbeat and crazy and a great guy and a party animal, and he's really can suddenly become quite morose and down. He's a man of extremes in the Romeo and Juliet modernised version. The Baz Luhrmann one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. He's taking drugs, and that's why he's up and down like that. And although obviously that's not what Shakespeare's thinking, it's a sort of clever modernisation of what his personality is like. So they're going along, and Mercutio basically will start off a party animal, and then suddenly, for no obvious reason, will become quite morose and down and start dwelling on the philosophy of love and things like that, but in a very negative way. So let's crack on. Tasty water. What, shall this speech be spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without an apology? You know, dare we go to this party? The date is out of such prolixity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow of laugh, scaring the ladies like a crow-keeper. No, without book prologue, faintly spoke after the prompter for our entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure, and be gone. Sorry, I forgot to remove the script up there. So, yeah, we'd be all right. Let's just be straight, yeah? Give me a torch, I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I'll bear the light. Oh, Romeo throwing in his little silly puns. I'm heavy because I'm sad, so I'll carry the light. Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance. Oh dear, this naughty laptop. Hold on just a sec. can't. Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes of nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground. I cannot move. He's so miserable, isn't he? Eh? And Mercutio's had enough of it, so he's going to step in and say, hey, son, will you not blinking calm yourself down and get over yourself? So Mercutio, you're a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound. Yeah. You keep banging on about how depressed you are because you're in love. Well, lovers are supposed to have Cupid's wings. Yeah, just like in the Red Bull adverts. There's an idea Shakespeare had. He's ahead of his time. So fly, don't be so down. I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink. And to sink in it should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing. Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn. If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in, a visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye doth quote deformity? The beetle bows now bush for me. Please remember, key thing with Shakespeare, if it sounds rude, it is rude. Yeah, so Mercutio's comments there about how to treat love. Yeah, he's as rude as it sounds. Mercutio likes being rude. He's an enthusiast for this. Come, knock, and enter. No sooner in, but every man betaken to his legs. So Mercutio is, let's get these masks on. Benvolio says, come on, lads, let's get in there. Oh, a message, because it's so quiet on the chat on YouTube. I don't know why. So it was quite lively on Facebook. I've moved over to YouTube and I'm starting to wonder if I should go back to Facebook. I don't know. So hello there. Good morning indeed. Fly with Ollie. Nice one. Romeo again. I'm not going to dance, I'm miserable. A torch for me. Let wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I am proverb with the grandsire phrase. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done. So I'm not going to join in. I'll just stand and hold a candle. Miserable so-and-so. And Mercutio is going to wind him up. Duns the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this Sir Reverence love, wherein thou stickst up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Ho! Come on, lads, we'll cheer you up, we'll pull you out of this swamp of love that you're in. Nay, that's not so. I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that, ere once in our 5 wits. And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go. Why? May one ask. And here we go. I dreamed a dream tonight. And so did I. Well, what was yours? The dreamers often lie. Now, here we are. This is interesting. Mercutio keeps throwing these like daft puns and words of double meanings and jokey comments at him. Romeo's actually going to join in a little bit, but this is an introduction to Mercutio having this big rant that will end in his change of mood. So, yeah, dreamers often lie. Yeah, see, double meaning. Dreams aren't real, but also people, as a Roman, if you're in a dream, you're asleep in bed, dream, and you can dream the truth. And then he makes this big sort of metaphorical speech about Queen Mab. She's supposed to be the queen of love. And he describes her at first as really nice, pretty, delicate, beautiful imagery. Queen Mab is this tiny little thing that at night flies across as people dream. And when it passes you, it makes you fall in love. But he will then suddenly drop into this depressive sort of comment where he starts talking about it as if about the negative side of love. And believe me, he'll go darker than Romeo does. And Romeo's gone fairly dark, hasn't he? Oh then, I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairies' midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes, made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the small... Sorry, laptop messing me around today. The traces of the smallest spider's web, the colours of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip... turns to Stewie Griffin. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small grey-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. So this cute image, and she's a tiny little thing. She's, as you'll see in a moment, she's driving a chariot that's an empty hazelnut, and she's got all these, everything is tiny. She whips with a cricket's leg. Yeah. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel or old grub, time out of mind the fairies' coachmakers. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains as they do dream of love, or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Oops. Hang on a sec. But just when he's getting away all this romantic thing, they cause love. She causes love and happiness. Sorry, I've lost a place again. I'm getting annoyed with my laptop now. Sorry. Just when he's gone through this cute bit, he suddenly turns. So he's going to talk about, she flies across women's lips when they dream of kisses in their sleep. But then he turns it around by saying that can also lead to other things like sexually transmitted diseases, plagues on her lips. Because, well, no, I'm not going to say it. I think, yeah, I said I'd say everything. I'm not going to go and say everything. Which, not in this case. Straight on fees, or ladies' lips which straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mab with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit. And sometime comes she with a tithe pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometime she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, and of tone of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of hell's 5 fathom deep. And then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two and sleeps again. So he's now turned it around from it's nice to she makes horrible dreams happen, like soldiers fighting and slitting people's throats. There's the use of a sudden change of language, isn't it? So it's very striking. It's gone from this delicate, beauty little fairy tale to slashing people's throats. Wow, cannons going off. Yeah? This is that very mab that plats the manes of horses in the night and bakes foul sluttish hairs, which, once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is the hag when maids lie on their backs that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. Yeah, she's a hag now, and again, essentially, just like at the start of the play, talking about rape, women being pressed and forced, and then they become of good carriage. They are able to carry babies. Ooh. He's really spiraling now. This is she. And Romeo jumps in. Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing. Can you see how Shakespeare sets the scene and creates atmospheres by he chooses? Even, okay, it's obviously the subject matter as well, but he also, we're throwing in lots of words about violence, about, as I've put in the warning on the middle of the screen, sexual violence imagery, and there's a lot of it. He is setting up a story full of sex and violence, basically, by preparing us for it. Yeah? He's teeing us up and making the mood. And even Romeo, who is, I think you would agree, pretty irrational at the moment, is able to see that Mercutio has lost the plot and is telling him, mate, shut up, calm down. Yeah? True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy. which is as thin of substance as the air, more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south. So it's calmed him down a bit now, he's getting a bit more poetic again. And Benvolio's like, oh, shall we just stop all this stupid talking and crack on? We're going to a party here, yeah? This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves, yeah? Blown off course. Supper's done, and we shall come too late, yeah? We're going to be too late for the party. We keep standing out here talking like idiots. Now, another key theme as in this play, fate, that we're not in control of our destiny, that things happen to affect our lives that we can't control. And here's the first hint of it. Romeo has a bad feeling about this party. Okay, at the moment he's got a bad feeling about everything, doesn't he? He's busy. But he's got a bad feeling about this party. I fear too early for my some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin is with this night's revels. The term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. I've got a horrible feeling that this fate in the stars has decided that this party will lead to my death. Ooh, that's fairly goth, isn't it? Ah, wow. But he that hath the steerage of my course direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen. So hopefully the person who controls my fate will direct me to safety. So they go in. And they're in the party. Now I'm going to jump a tiny bit, because the start of this scene is just party preparations. It's neatly done because it's all very frantic. Shakespeare has got all the servants like panicking and rushing around and going, oh, quick, do this, do that, do that. So it's looking to create that atmosphere. Just had the atmosphere, the strange outside atmosphere of those lads and Mercutio and Romeo, creating a sort of sense of turmoil. Now he wants it to be the atmosphere of excited preparations for a party. So the servants all charging around. Capulet is welcoming people in. Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplagued with corns will have a bout with you. Ah, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she elsewhere hath corns. Am I come near ye now? So yeah, come on, dance. If you're not dancing tonight, there's something wrong with your feet. So he's the party host. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Welcome, gentlemen. I've seen the day as I have worn a visor, a mask, and can tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You're welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room, and foot it, girls. I like that. Foot it, dance. Foot it, girls. Yeah? I used to be a lad at parties. Ah, those days are gone now. But come on, lads. I know you'll have a good time tonight. Yeah? And then he starts giving orders to the servants. More light, you knaves, and turn the tables up and quench the fire. The room is grown too hot. Ah, sorry, this unlooked for sport comes well. Nay, set, good cousin Capulet starts chatting to his cousin. For you and I are past our dancing days. We're too old for this. He's not too old to get a sword and run out in the street and try and kill Montague, but he's too old to dance, yeah? And he has a nice little chat with his cousin. And I'll skip that bit as well, because it really tells us nothing, apart from the fact that they're in a party and he's chatting with his cousin. Wait for laptop to catch up with reality. Oh, come on. Come on, laptop. Oh, man. It's nice here, isn't it? Sorry, everyone. Oh, okay. I'm nearly there. Sorry about this. My laptop's just decided to... Well. Imagine going back to the desperate second option of reading from a book. Shocker. Oh, okay. Let's get to the action. Oh, I thought you were working then, laptop. I should give it a name, shouldn't I? So I can shout angry comments on it properly. So, Romeo is in the party now. Ooh, everything's moving a bit slowly here. I am having a bit of a hardware problem. Oh, well, we'll see. Ooh. That don't look good. Okay, well that's hung. Right, now then, you can see me now, can you? I'm just typing a message. My software is causing real problems. It's hanging. Okay, the streaming software seems okay now. Sorry, I'm just checking if I'm able to carry on. Right, that looks all right now. And that stream looks all right now. Okay, so... And that's moving okay, all right. So at the moment we seem all right. Let's hope so. So Romeo's there, and he says, "What lady enriches the hand of that knight? You've seen Juliet," he says to a servant. Yeah, what lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight? And the servant doesn't know. And Romeo has seen Juliet for the first time. Now, key information for you here. He doesn't care about Rosaline anymore. He won't make no mention of Rosaline from now on. He'll be asked about Rosaline. Have you forgotten her? Yeah. Because now he was truly in love. And here we've got to start making judgments, haven't we? It does seem, to be fair, to be genuinely, truly in love. They absolutely fall head over and heels with each other. Is it a bit hasty? I mean, they've never seen each other, and then suddenly, first time they see each other, oh, yeah, fantastic, we'll go for it. So is this dangerous, just immediately falling head over heels? But this opening speech shows that he's sincere, because remember he was talking rubbish about Rosaline? Well, now he's going to speak beautifully, the way he describes her. Remember I talked about there's lots of contrast. I was saying yesterday there was talk, contrasting the swan with the crows. Well, he's going to go back to a similar image because he wants to describe how she stands out in the room. She's just so much more beautiful than everyone else. So funnily enough, Benvolio's plans kind of worked, doesn't it? So, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich to you for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove, trooping of crows, as yonder lady o'er her fellows shows. The measure done, I'll watch her stand of place, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night. It's a very pretty little poem that he comes up with there. All rhyming couplets when one line is rhymes with the next line. Because he's now in love, he's seen her now. He uses that imagery of contrast. She teaches the torches to burn bright. Remember in those days, no electricity. They've got burning torches down the walls to light the room up, but she teaches them how to burn bright. She's brighter, her beauty, than them. She hangs on the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. So she's like a black person wearing a pearl earring. Stands out the contrast. She's like a snowy dove trooping of crows. Remember yesterday that thing about swans of crows? She's the dove trooping of crows. And the dove is the pure bird. Again, maybe unrealistic. He's seen her, doesn't know her, but he's already putting these qualities of purity onto her. But yeah, he's fallen absolutely over heels in love, beg your pardon. And he introduces the theme which will be used by both of them when they speak for the first time. He wants to touch her hand and make blessed my rude hand. Rude's not in the sense that you're thinking. Pause for dramatic effect. Rude in this sense means like dirty and not good enough. It can mean the other way as well in those days, to be fair. So he says that my hand is not good enough to touch her because she's so wonderful. But if I do touch her, maybe that will bless my hands, like she's a saint. It'll make my hand blessed and worthy. And then a sideways comment about Rosaline. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night. Yeah? Was I actually in love before now? No way. I've never seen real beauty until tonight. Oh, okay. Rosaline, on your way. So, Romeo has seen her head over heels. Tybalt has overheard him. Remember Tybalt, the absolute stone cold psycho. Uh-oh. This spire's voice should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our celebrity? Now, by the stock and honour of my kin, to strike him dead I hold it not a sin. He's a psycho. He's recognised Romeo. Remember I said, it's only a mask like that. He's recognised him. He says he's come to fleer and scorn at our party. He's come to laugh at us. He's come in disguise to make fun of us. And so he says to his servant, give me my sword, my rapier. The rapiers are long. You've seen in fencing, those long, thin swords that don't have blades on the side. You just stab. And that was the chosen weapon for people who duel in Shakespeare's day. You know, so he's giving me my sword. If I kill him, I don't think it's a sin. You know, he's done something against us, so there'd be nothing wrong if I kill him. Capulet has heard him getting grumpy. Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so? Remember, wherefore means why. Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe. A villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night. Young Romeo, is it? Oh, my laptop's got a mind of its own again. So Capulet recognises him. Uh-oh. This could be a problem. Do you think my processor can't cope with all the different things I'm trying to throw at it? It's a big, powerful processor, though. Anyway, that's gone past now. Young Romeo, this is he, that villain Romeo, says Tybalt. And this has gone past again. You know what? This is getting stupid now. About miles off now. Sorry, chaps. Yeah, I reckon my processor's not coping with having to do so much work. I need to find a different way to lighten the load. Hello. Hello. Yeah, again now. I'm in the right spot nearly. Now, Capulet, what's he going to do? Is he going to say, "Oh, he's come to my house. He's going to cause trouble in my party. I'll have him." No. Capulet says, "Tenth thee, gentle cuz. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. To say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for all the wealth of the town here in my house do him disparagement. Therefore be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, the which, if thou respect, show a fair presence, and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a feast." Sorry, the script's not keeping up there. I'll just get to the end of this little passage and then I'll stop and see if I can fix things. Tybalt says, "It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him." So Capulet basically is saying, just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. He's doing no harm. People say he's a good lad. So I'm not going to insult Montague by attacking him and I'm making an issue in my house. I'm not having it. He's a good lad. He's not causing any trouble. Tybalt's furious. "It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him. I'm not having him here." Capulet then starts getting angry. He shall be endured. "What, goodman boy? I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here or you? Go to. You'll not endure him? God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests. You'll set cock a hoop. You'll be the man. Yeah, so don't be so stupid. You'll not endure him. It's my house. Don't start a fight in my party, mate. Okay? You'll cause a riot in my party. For God's sake, calm down. Shut up. It's my house." "Why, uncle, 'tis a shame." Capulet's annoyed. Go to. You're a saucy boy." "Is it so indeed? This trick may chance to scathe you. I know what. You must contrary me." "Marry, 'tis time. Well said, my heart." Turns around then to say, "Hey kids, let's dance." Because people are maybe noticing he's having a pop at Tybalt. Yeah, it's his time. "Well said, my hearts. Go on, let's go dancing. Come on, guys." And then he turns back to Tybalt. "You're a princox." And again, like I said, if a word looks like a rude word, it probably means exactly the same thing. "Go, be quiet, or..." And then he realises again, "Oh, more light, for shame, I'll make you quiet. What's cheerly, my hearts?" Yeah, people are hearing him shouting, "Be quiet," and thinking he's trying to pretend. No, he's just shouting to the party. And then, I'll finish with this because it's chilling. Tybalt, stand play again. To himself. It's all gone nuts, as you can see. Grr! 4 lines left, and I swear I'll go off and try and fix things. Although if it's the processor, that could be quite an expensive fix. Come on, Tibbles, you can get there. Well, you can see my problem here, can't you? Okay. I guess I'll have to get to that little last line 4 by Tibble tomorrow, because it's skipped forward a few pages. Right, I'm sorry about this. It's really annoying, isn't it? Hello. Can I get back to it? Basically, oh, it's responding. Just one sec. Yeah, got him. So Tibble, like, muttering to himself, says, "Patience perforce with wilful choler meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different reason. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitterest gall. I am angry, I feel choler inside, anger. And patience meeting that in my body makes my flesh tremble. It's, I'm going mad, I want to do something, but I can't. I will withdraw, I will go, but he says, this intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitter gall." So Romeo thinks this is nice and fun and he's enjoying himself. He'll pay for this. I'll make this sweet feeling for Romeo go bitter. Right, I have to go. Taskmaster, I'm sorry, Gladwalker. Hello there. Oh, it's Dylan again. Yeah, I've got no apps running at all. But you're right, Taskmaster anyway. Just why do you keep saying Taskmaster? Task Manager, maybe just have a look at some of the other backgroundy stuff that's going on. You're absolutely right. Anyway, I'm done for now, I'm afraid. I hope that made some sense, apart from the bits where the laptop went grumpy. And I'll try and streamline a bit for tomorrow. So thanks, guys, for joining me. See you again, 10 o'clock tomorrow. There's no, yeah, the processor. Yeah. Absolutely. Right, so then, I'll get to work on him. I'll give him a bit of a slimming regime tonight. Okie dokie. See you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Adios.